right, look at that. We're live for another Joking Adventure Hour. This is Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. Hello to X, Rumble, and Bishu. Hello to YouTube. Hello to Lurkers and Bots. Hello to the chat. Hello to George.
Greetings.
You stream every night because stories are real, but the news, they be fake.
Oh, yeah.
Before we jump in, be sure you get a copy of The Immortal Mask, a 200-page graphic novel on sale now on my website, Dinales.com, CriticalBlast.com, and Amazon.com.
Yep.
All right. Bo Loden. Wow. Secretary of State Mark Rubio just impressed everyone once again, this time showing the world his ability to speak perfect Spanish during his meeting with Paraguay. Is there anything Marco can't do? So you're telling a Hispanic that
he's able to speak his Spanish. He's able to speak his Spanish.
Yes. A Cuban is able to speak Spanish. Que ese increíble, maravilloso.
Ah, caramba.
That's more Mexican. It's a Mexican.
It's the only thing I learned from
Speedy Gonzalez.
Yes.
Ay, caramba. Ándale. Well, el señor Speedy Gonzalez. I'm a little bit dopey.
Yep.
Before we sign, I just want to say a few words in English and Spanish. I think this is just another step in the continued growth of our relationship between our two countries. This MOU reflects that continued cooperation. In fact, as we were commenting in our meeting a moment ago, we've always had strong links between the United States and Paraguay. Those links have only grown stronger. And agreements like this and others that I hope will happen in the future.
You know what's amazing? What this guy doesn't say? This guy knows how to speak English. Oh my God!
Oh,
Oh.
Future will begin to create, real concrete progress, institutionalize the deep ties between our two countries moving forward, so that they're not just the product of one administration or one era, but they become enduring and can survive the shifts in political winds that happen in democracies and from time to time. But nonetheless, the underpinnings and the foundation remain firm and strong. So I'm very proud to be a part of this today. I think
so that's the English portion. The next part is the Spanish portion, saying what he just said in English.
Okay.
So
we don't have to.
No. Eric, U.S. Attorney for D.C. Janine Pereiro has reportedly just arrived at the West Wing of the White House after President Trump says he's really disappointed in her for dropping the reflecting pool charges. Missing out. Trump, I was disappointed with Janine Pereiro. Really disappointed with Janine Pereiro. She floated like an umbrella, and people get away with things. It's a disgrace. I guess she choked. I don't know what the hell happened. Let's watch this play out, because every time Trump starts kayfabing, right, it's because something is cooking in the background that they don't want you to see. This is the part of the magician's trick. Look at my hand. Don't look at my assistant who's fondling my balls and moving things around.
It's a very descriptive statement.
Provocative, you would, one would say.
Provocative, okay.
Yes. It's just to make sure you're awake. All right, Joe Lang. Trump warned them all. Many of the companies abusing the H-1B visa program were given the chance to do the right thing. And now those who haven't are going to face the consequences. Fraud is a crime. The businesses thinking they could keep taking advantage of the American people are now targeted. Eric, breaking, President Trump's Labor Department just banned multiple employers from the H-1B visa program after they scammed the system to undercut American jobs.
What?
If you're screwing over American workers who are coming for you, some company treats the H-1B visa as a get quick rich scam. Subpoenas issued, warrant executed, more to come. Inspector General Anthony Despacio just said. So basically, and here's the thing, George. This doesn't happen in 18 months. This is an ongoing investigation that's been happening for. Yeah, George, do you really think in 18 months all these subpoena, all these investigation would happen?
Yes.
Okay.
These are just like in the movies, man.
Yeah, we're in the movies.
Yeah.
We're in the movies.
Yeah.
Like The Last Action Hero.
Yeah, or Perry Mason. They say, well, we got some new evidence. Okay, and then they instantly go to court.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're in a montage. Yeah. Montage. You're in the effing money montage.
Yeah, you get a whiplash because of the montage, and then you're like in the seat going, Your Honor, I'm innocent, Your Honor. In fact, I didn't even know what happened during that montage. Can somebody, tell me what happened?
Yeah. Oh, okay, guys. Okay, boys. We got to do the montage again. They kind of missed it.
Yeah. Can somebody take notes?
We're going to have to repeat the montage.
Yeah.
Got to get everybody traumatized and upset. Remember how they bullshit the whole time?
Yeah.
Because we're in the fucking montage.
Yes.
Fucking motherfucking montage.
Oh, gosh.
This is why South Park isn't able to make any episode. If they make an episode, they're just making reality at this point.
Yep.
It's like, we got paid $2 billion, or what was it? $2 billion to shut the hell up.
Oh, that's an easy sum. You know why? Because $2 billion is just heavy enough to slap across the face and make them pass out.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because they're in a motherfucking montage.
Yes.
Viewer discussion is advised. Strong language.
Yes.
Colonel Tom Watkins, Draw and Strike may remember a conversation we had a couple of years ago when discussing this DeSantis run for president as an exercise in determining who's really was MAGA and who wasn't. I said at the time that the tell would be if Trump appoints him to a political office in his administration after his governorship was completed. Let's see what's happened. Publis. Breaking. Trump is open to appointing Ron DeSantis to a cabinet position. I like him a lot. So DeSanctimonious is going to get into a position in Trump's cabinet. What? What? So we know that Mark Wayne Mullen will not be mass deporting illegal aliens or expired TPS holder. Would you support Ron DeSantis to head the DHS and implement a mass deportation program? I don't know. Maybe he's not going for that. Maybe he's going for another position that it was shockingly important position. I don't know what that position is, but it could be that position, Oh, wait, George, remember when we talked about it? I said it didn't make sense that Ron DeSantis was running as president, that he could have just waited until 2028 and he would have been endorsed by Trump to run for president.
Yeah,
and then
about that, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I said, oh, I guess what he's doing is drawing all the donor who would be against Trump, causing them to lose their ammunition, and then let Trump have a smooth sailing. Guess what happened? That's exactly what happened.
Oh no!
Because when he acted as a presidential candidate, he was like a clown.
Oh yeah.
You know, with the high heel boots. Remember?
It was expertly refocused people's attention.
Yeah. It was strange at that time. I guess we understand something.
Things that make them
Fletch, here it is. Kamala Harris getting the shot. They all lie.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So see,
We
look
call
at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
She's like that.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then
what's going on there? What's that?
okay.
Oh,
Nothing.
the needle was bent.
Yeah.
It was never extended.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Look.
The casing of the needle head was never removed.
Yeah.
What?
Look, the whole syringe fluid is still in there.
Yeah.
Not even squeezed. Remember blatantly with Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins,
and they squirted it out.
Yeah.
Squirt the whole thing out.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
Man, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
You know, if he wasn't good as Odin, I'd say the guy was on the asshole.
Yeah, we can't kill the natural treasure, which is Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yes.
Jack Pasovic, everything your history teacher told you about this man was a lie. He was right. And this is Joseph McCarthy, senator.
One communist on the faculty of one university is one communist too many.
See, what happened with this senator is that he talked to some military guys for the military intelligence, and they kind of told him on downloads, hey, you have so many communists that's trying to overturn the government, but we as a military can't do anything at this time because it hasn't met a certain threshold.
Is this McCarthy?
Yeah, this is McCarthy. Joseph McCarthy.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him without his ceremonial military outfit and a big 10-gallon hat.
Right. So basically, and McCarthy didn't, was against communists, understood the threat, but didn't understand the scope of the threat, George.
Well, he didn't know how to present the threat.
No. He didn't know the scope of the threat, George.
Oh, the scope.
Yes. He thought there was communists, right?
Yeah.
And he thought there was small communists. He didn't realize that if there was 10 politicians, 9 of them were communists.
Oh, so he didn't realize there was the FBI, the CIA, the NSA,
exactly,
the DOJ, the DOD, and even
Roswell. Yeah, he didn't understand that the whole government was infested with communists.
Oh, poor bastard! He realized too late.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So because the military intelligence said, like, look, we have these communists. Here's the information, and he's cracking down and he's trying to warn people because he thought, oh, we haven't jumped off the cliff, not realizing by the time he realized in the military intelligence told him, we have already, not only have we jumped off the cliff, right? We jumped off the cliff about 2 hours ago. We're still falling. The highest level of, the highest skyscraper in Dubai, right? We jumped out that 5 minutes ago. And we're still falling. That's how far at that time we were in.
Wow.
And here's another thing, because if you look at history, right? Our last real president, if you want to say real president, right, is Ulysses Grant.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's Civil War, Reconstruction era. Guess what happens? The bankers start coming in. We get a couple of more, people with tariff because they haven't been entrenched. The slow assimilation and infiltration of the government on all levels, state, city, county, state, federal are implementing. They got, they started with the first one. They assassinated McKinley, vice president, put in Teddy Roosevelt, then killed McKinley so Roosevelt could take over. McKinley, Teddy Roosevelt was not a American first. He was a Anglo-Saxon globalist.
That bastard.
Right. So that's why he started doing all these projects, going down to Cuba, going down to Panama, having Sullivan and Cromwell. Oh, you heard that lawsuit, that law firm, Sullivan and Cromwell? You know what they did? You know what they did for shits and giggle?
Take down governments?
Yes. But not completely. You know what they did?
Take over governments? Manage governments?
Yes.
Okay.
You know which government they managed?
They managed to no.
The Panama.
The Panama. Oh,
because they got the people of the Panama region, because that Panama region used to be part of Colombia, and they said, "Hey guys, we'll support you to do your independence from Colombia, but in exchange, we're going to cut your country in half and make this Panama Canal that the French started."
Yeah. All right.
Because the U.S. government was going to do it through Guatemala.
Guacamole?
No, Guatemala.
Oh, okay. Are you sure it's not guacamole?
No, that's this type of avocado dish.
Oh, okay. I could have dealt with,
One communist among the American advisors at Yalta was one communist too many. And even if there were only one communist in the State Department, even if there were only one communist in the State Department, that would still be one communist too many.
Yeah. And then he got discredited and thrown out and basically got voted out.
Oh, no, not voted out.
Because paranoia. Natalie Winters revealed top American general form a secret back channel with a CCP military intelligence front that instructed them. We wish you would advocate position favorable to China. Some ended on the China payroll. What we call those are foreign agents. And if you're on a foreign interest payroll, you gotta disclose that. Otherwise, you are known as a spy.
Spy.
Spy. The American petition participant included Peter Pace, former Joint Chief Chairman, Bill Owens, former Joint Chief Vice Chairman, John Abrazil, former CENTCOM Commander, George Casey, former Army Chief, Ray Ontorino, former Army Chief, Jonathan Greenert, former Navy Chief. All these guys were apparently assuming were on the Chinese payroll.
Apparently, these people don't know what treason sounds like.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, come their due. It took a TV general to kind of disclose that fact.
What, General Kampao?
General Milley, remember?
Oh, Milley. Oh, yeah.
Milley.
What an asshole.
Milley.
Oh,
So SIA initiative, under the support of the Foundation, 2 high-level informal encounter between retired senior military commander for the United States and China took place in Sayat, Haiyan, China in 2008, then Hawaii, Washington, D.C., and New York in 2009. Former official from the U.S. side were the gentlemen that I said, and from the Chinese side included these other people I'm not going to pronounce their names for because I can't pronounce it. The delegation enjoyed candid and open conversation on a wide set of issues ranging from limited nuclear proliferations and combating terrorism to military education exchange program. The delegation also met with Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, Under Secretary of State Kurt Campbell, Chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff Admiral Mike Mullen, Congressmen Rick Larson and Mark Kirk, Admiral Tim Keeling, and Governor of Hawaii Miss Linda Lingy, among others. It's no good when Hillary Clinton is part of this.
Oh, no.
Oh, look, it keeps going and going and going and going and going. Oh, and going. So there you go. So, and I don't want to assume everybody's position on it. It could have been some of these retired officials were asked to do it so to collect intelligence against actual traders, and they're posing as traders. So we never know. Interesting AF. The Supreme Court rules 6-3 that the police getting your phone location is a search and requires a warrant.
What?
Okay. So remember, the CIA, FBI, NSA, any agency can actually locate your location by pinging your GPS and asking the company to do so. So to get your phone location from and track you, it actually needs it requires a warrant. They were just doing it without having a warrant in place. Eric, the DOJ just exposed the home health scheme where Froster claimed to be providing service from jail. That's not healthcare. That's just pure theft. You can tell Democrat officials are straight up ignore all of it, causing over $400,000 in false claims to Medicaid for services that A supposedly performed when, get this, they're actually hospitalized, working at other jobs, and even in jail. Another indictment charges a father and son for engaging in fraudulent Medicaid scheme. So apparently, hey George, I'm an aide helping old people with their daily living, but I'm in jail during that whole time I'm filing claims.
It's a living. Somebody's got to do it.
Exactly. Moving on. Matt Vance Wool, breaking. A man who murdered his own father because he was asked to wash dishes is now accused of setting a fire that burned roughly 700 homes to the ground and forced 65,000 people to flee. Yes, he killed his father over dishes and he wasn't in prison. His name is Anthony Faranici, and he's 37. Back in 2010 in Mesa, Arizona, he got into an argument with his father because his father asked him to do the dishes. So he shot him dead. Then he pointed the gun at his own mother. Then he shot himself and survived. He was charged with first-degree murder, but that got kicked down and he pleaded guilty to manslaughter. I'm not sure how that constitutes a manslaughter if he actually purposely pointed a weapon to another person. Now, fast forward this week to Spokane, Washington. The old trail fire tore through neighborhoods north of the city and it destroyed about 700 structures, most of them homes. As many as 65,000 people were forced to evacuate. The investigator says it was intentionally set. They arrested Anthony. The police said he had waterproof matches and a burnt-hand lighter on him and found him kneeling on the grass right where the fire started. The sheriff said he's been contacted before for arson-related behavior. Here's the part that makes you sick. On the day that the fire started, a witness reported a nervous man in the trees. Police actually stopped him a mile away, questioned him, and let him go. Now 700 families may be staring at ashes of everything they built. But here who got them? Ordinary citizens, neighbors who saw something wrong and refused to stay quiet. Prosecutors said this case was cracked by vigilant citizen who spoke up.
Oh, hold on a sec. Are you talking about Karens?
Yes, Karen decided you burn my home. Now you prepare to get your ass kicked.
Prepare to get Karenized.
Exactly. So this is the guy, and burn a whole neighborhood down. Huh. You know what Trump says? The institutional mental institution needs to be reopened.
Yep.
Eric, holy smokes! In a massive revelation of fraud in Pennsylvania, Dr. Oz just confirmed over 96% of personal care claims are illness unspecified, which makes them untrackable. The average payment per beneficiary more than 50,000. Think about that, per person, far above what is expected. Over 96% of the personal care claims here are illness unspecified. That's how they are titled, so that we can't track them and can't possibly find fraud because people aren't telling you what they're doing. All of this points to fraud.
Oh no.
No. The reason why they're saying illness unspecified is because when people go to the emergency room, and the emergency room people can't figure out why you're in pain, they decide to put illness unspecified. Is the majority?
They're just lazy as heck.
Exactly.
The guy looks, okay, we think he might have but doctor, he lost his arm. We have it on the other gurney beside him. It's okay. He just has a common cold.
No, in that case, it's no. It's more like, oh no, my stomach hurts, or I have pains in my intestines, right?
Oh no, it's my rheumatitis.
Yes, it's your rheumatitis, or your nauseous, unspecified, or something of that nature. So,
rheumus gloomus.
Yeah, you know how much they charge for just an observation, George, to Medicaid, just for example?
Was it $300-400?
That's your deductible, George.
Oh, well, la di da.
No. It can go up to $100,000 for an ER visit.
Really?
Yes.
I'm in the wrong business.
Yep. Oh, surgical trays, George. I saw a claim once with surgical trays. You know how much they charge for those surgical trays, George?
What?
$100,000.
$100,000
For an ER visit. They use surgical trays, and they charge the insurance $100,000 for it.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, the thing was about $320,000. The insurance paid out, and this was quite recently. Hurt my pocket. Hurt my pocket, George. Hurt my pocket.
So what'd you do? Did you pull a Ripley on them? Just bill me.
Just bill me, yes.
Yeah.
Of course they billed me, and they said, "Do you want a payment plan on that?"
Yeah, just bill me. What's your name? My first name is K. My middle name is F, and my last name is C.
Yeah, KFC.
Yeah.
Oh, are you related to Colonel Sanders? He's
That's
a big
right.
he's a big help for the hospital. Every time he brings us all the heart attack cases, makes good money for it.
Yeah, he's a distant relative. Just send the bill to KFC headquarters, to care of United States of America.
Right. Lives a TikTok. Breaking: the 11 appeals court just ruled that Florida law banning children from attending sexualized drag show is constitutional. Big win for protecting children. Well, duh, it makes sense. Those drag shows usually ask for ID because it's an adult show.
America.
Oh, wait, I remember, because there's people who are part of an alphabet community who are self-identify as maps. So they probably would want those kids in those sexualized drag shows and been lobbying hard for normalization for that. Well, I'm glad that the courts this time realized, nah, it's a parent's decision and, constitutional, and it's constitutional. Disclosure TV, Jay Clayton, formerly sworn in as the new U.S. Director of National Intelligence, once permanently held by Tulsi Gabbard. Well, you don't have to add that. She's no longer national intelligence, and it doesn't matter for Tulsi Gabbard. She did her part. Now it's Jay Clinton's job, and we're going to need to see exactly how he handles that position.
Yep.
Moving on. Leading report: measure to hold Anthony Fauci in contempt of Congress is expected to pass. It's kind of like, what are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? The thing is, they're not thinking.
Yep.
But we knew it was going to be one of those situations that happens. Jessica Rose, holy shitballs. Robert Gallo, yes, HIV Gallo, returns an email to Francis Collins, former head of the NIH, on May 3rd, 2020, and explicitly warns him of the perils of using glyphosate spike proteins in vaccine. Collins and Fauci ignored him. And the final discretion, Francis and I have 36 years of on and off experience with glyphosate spike protein. Their analysis immunologically, especially regarding using vaccine developing neutralizing apps. I believe it will be a mistake to put most eggs in that basket. The risk shortened antibody half-life, 2, protection not correlated with neutralizing apps, 3, sometimes hazards from them. Admittedly, they might work, but I trust and hope that not everything is going in that bag. If you wish to discuss this again, I will be available. Finally, I have no idea you were into vaccine or SARS-2 or any part of COVID-19 disease, but I'm happy to learn this. Thanks. So basically, a specialist in the field said, don't put this in the vaccine, don't do this. It'll actually shorten the antibodies' half-life.
Oh, no, not the antibodies' half-life.
Yes. And, it's not called gene therapy at this point, right? Can we say that? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Consult a specialist.
How special?
Very special. Eric, what the F? Pro-voter fraud Carolina Secretary of State Gina Griswold just openly admitted she is refusing to turn over the voter rolls to the Trump admin despite hundreds of thousands of non-citizens being confirmed on the roll nationwide. She's also being sued by the RNC for allowing people to vote in the election who never lived in the state. Griswold, the DOJ is suing states trying to get voter data. I told them, take a hike. Force her into compliance and seize the voter roll immediately. Why is she hiding? Why are you asking these stupid questions? She can't give over that information because it will show her culpability to crimes and fraud. She knows the moment she shows that information, any political connections are going to burn her ass faster than a fart in wind.
Like a fart in the wind.
Yes. So she can't give over that. None of the blue states can give that over because you'll see the mass amount of frauds. And even some of the purple states can't even do that because it'll show culpability. Second of all, she's already being told to do this because it's a show and, she's already been strung up. That you need to get people upset. when people are upset, that's when they actually are forced to move, George, right?
Yeah.
It's that tipping point where basically, your wife nags at you to throw away the trash, and finally you get fed up and say, okay, I'm going to throw the trash now.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of 20 minutes ago.
Only 20 minutes. Oh no.
Like she asked you to do.
Trauma. Lots of trauma.
So basically, the moment she shows this, the moment that you're going to see some accountability. All right, I believe I have no expectations. Lives at TikTok. Hospice fraud crackdown in California. Since President Trump took office, 1,076 hospice has been removed from the Medicare program in California alone. They are gone, unable to bill Medicare, unable to touch another taxpayer dollar. Don't stop until every fraudulent business is gone. Those are hospice that's been taking thousands upon millions of dollars from Medicare program fraudulently. Money that every citizens in the state, in this state, has been putting in. And I mean state as country, not state as, the state, individual states.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, of states, what happened to good old climate change, George?
Good old climate change.
This is from Mace. Trust the scientists.
What scientists are telling us now is that the threat of an ice age is not as remote as they once thought. During the lifetime of our grandchildren, Arctic cold and perpetual snow could turn most of the inhabitable portions of our planet into a polar desert.
Concern about rising temperatures on planet Earth heated up a hearing here in Washington today. For years, scientists have theorized about the dangers of the so-called greenhouse effect, the warming of the Earth's atmosphere due to the burning of coal and oil.
What scientists
10 years later, scientists are worried about the ozone layer, that there's a particular openings in the atmosphere and stratosphere where ultraviolet lights will be hitting the Earth with unrestricted layers, causing damage and acid rain to happen. Remember all that bullshit?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And, every decade, people fell for it. Johnny Midnight, he is right. All right.
Here's the difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Donald Trump says insane, crazy things on purpose. Joe Biden is trying his hardest to make sense and cannot land it. Give him the same question. Donald Trump's like, Mexicans are terrific.
He couldn't say Mexicans are terrific, but they need to stay on their side of the border. But I love Taco Tuesday. Makes wonderful quesadillas.
El Trumpo.
And then Joe Biden is like, I had a lot of guacamole on walking around a sombrero on a Tuesday afternoon. You're gonna need 4 to 5 of your 660,891,463. If you ain't Mexican, you ain't black.
That was more Korean than the actual guy, George.
Yeah, that actually made sense.
Yeah. Fine reaction.
We like to troll. We like to go the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling. We like to troll.
See, Trump knows that he's trolling. Every time he makes something all crazy and bombastic, he's trolling. We do a little trolling. Johnny Midnight. Josh points out how people get used at Amazon. All right.
I'm going to show you a picture now related to Amazon. Here's our friends at Amazon. This is what appears to be an Amazon employee. She's wearing the Amazon logo. She's carrying an Amazon box. She's wearing an Amazon hat. She's driving an Amazon truck. She's totally at under Amazon's control, and yet Amazon wants the American people to believe, and more importantly, the government to believe, that they don't have any control over all of this. That Amazon is just a simple franchiser, just like McDonald's. And that these are all, she's independent, the truck driver is independent. This is the most ludicrous farce. Amazon controls all of this, and they're trying to game the system so that they get treated like a local franchisor in Springfield, Missouri, where I'm from, who owns a local McDonald's, has his whole life savings tied up in it. Amazon controls all of this. Here's my point. I know you're working on revising the joint employer rule. It is absolutely vital that the joint employer rule not excuse Amazon's ridiculous efforts to game the system and prevent people like this from being treated well, getting a good paycheck, and getting health care. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. They are one of the richest companies in the history of the world.
Yeah, but your very own laws allows it to do it. So why don't you close the loophole?
Oh, no.
Oh, I know why. Because Trump said it to Hillary Clinton back in 2016. If you want me to pay your taxes, close the loopholes. But you won't, because your donors and your friends use the same loopholes. So Josh, close the loophole. Close the loopholes. Do it, Josh. Spearhead it. Close the loophole. Do it. George?
Quasi-loophole?
Close the loophole. Quasimodo that loophole. Turn that hunchback into a straight back.
Oh, no.
Not a broke back. Nothing?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Benny Johnson, Chuck Schumer saying Democrat socialists are taking over his party is a strength, not a weakness. Nearly every single DSA candidate removed Schumer as leader. You know he has lost the party. This is what panic looks like.
And Manu.
Thank you. Is the rise of the DSA good for your party?
Look, we are a big tent party. And being a big tent party is a strength, not a weakness.
Bullshit.
Yeah. At this point, you can no longer hide behind the veneer of being, liberal. You're now going full on socialist. You're a socialist party. So you're a broke socialist party. And people are becoming disfranchised even quicker than before.
Disfranchised?
Yeah, disfranchised. Disclose.tv. Trump says his poll numbers are the best they ever been, and why wouldn't they? Donald Trump from his True Social. My real polling numbers are not those made up by the fake news media, which I control, are the best they ever been, and why wouldn't they be? With the biggest tax cuts and employment numbers ever, the biggest outside investment in American world history, a totally secure border, a giant victory in Venezuela, the denuclearization and bombing of Iran, the unparalleled respect and success throughout the world, making Europe my bitch, and much more. Don't believe the radical left fake poll numbers. They are crooked and corrupt, just the way I like them. Just like the country destroying Democrats are crooked and corrupt. Vote for Republicans for greatness in America. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. By the way, we are cleaning up the Republicans of those rhinos as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because look at the primaries. All those institutional or incumbent politics, if they're not in line with Trump, he's being endorsed out of office. Don't you know? Joe Lang, we're witnessing the destruction of the Democratic Party. They're literally scraping the bottom of the barrel for candidate. Kananoa the Great, a Hawaiian man, knocks out a Democratic congressional candidate with one punch after he allegedly threatened to shoot a woman at Mahi Beach. Police says that Krill Bastion, 40, became enraged after a 61-year-old man asked him to lower his music. Basin allegedly threatened to shoot the man's wife and several bystanders. A local man seen approaching in the background confronts Basin, knocks him out, and then calmly told him to stop threatening people. Police says Basin later pulled a knife and continued to threaten people. When the officer arrived, he allegedly threw the knife into the ocean. The same bystander swam out, recovered the knife, and handed it to the police. Basin, a Democratic candidate for the Democrats in Hawaii, was charged with 2 counts of first-degree terroristic threatening. Bail was set at $1 million. Police says he's also been arrested in another assault and property damage case since May, and several people have obtained temporary restraining order against him. It sounds like another successful day in connecting with voters on the campaign trail. Yes. Oh, right in the throat. You know he wasn't going to win.
So somebody decided to come at somebody with a lawn chair?
So this guy right here, right? Is this guy right here, right? He's running for Congress in Hawaii as a representative.
That's not going to have a good look on him, is it?
Yeah, this guy right here threatened this guy's wife because his wife asked him politely to turn down his music.
Oh, no.
And then he pulled out a knife and threatened her with it before tossing the knife into the ocean. And this guy, defending his wife, punched him in the throat and then swam into the ocean to get the knife and give it to the police.
Wow.
Yeah. Stupid is as stupid does.
Mm.
Oh. I haven't listened to him for a while. This is Brett Weinstein saying obvious things, but different parties, different places. The Health Freedom Defense Fund, Brett Weinstein just said the quiet part out loud. We are governed by mafia. What? We don't have the power to touch Anthony Fauci. You're getting a glimpse at the system we actually live under. There's only so much that Rand Paul can do or Ron Johnson. They don't have the power. He says that Fauci was effectively doing a flex during his Senate testimony last week. He was sitting there and saying, I don't have to answer your question because who the hell are you?
The law.
Well, George, you know what is going to happen? It's going to rile up people, and it's going to continue building until military comes into the way, or this is a guy, right? Very bright, but doesn't understand the power that people have. He doesn't understand it. He knows it conceptually, but because he's been living under this system, he doesn't understand the real power. That wasn't a flex, George. That wasn't a flex. The fact that he has to say that in the whole situation that he has to exert or use his privilege of the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution, right? Means that even if he talks and says everything aloud, that means that he's still criminally liable for other crimes he wasn't pardoned of. Remember, we read that pardon, and it's a specific scope and time frame that he's pardoned for.
What?
But that doesn't mean, before that time frame, whatever bullshit he did is still criminally liable, and any bullshit after that pardon, he's criminally liable. You know? Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, you can't get a pardon for treason.
You can't?
Yeah, you can't.
Hey, can you get a 50% off at Harvey's?
Well, he can get a 50% off his neck. Real Roberts, the Internal Revenue scams. The IRS had 1,400 employees whose job it was to hand out laptops and cell phone. Why would you have 1,400 people whose only job it is to hand out laptops and a cell phone?
Wait, laptops or laptops?
Laptops. But they loved it because, Hunter Biden had like 5 laptops that he kept missing.
I have a theory about that, finally, about Hunter Biden and his laptops.
Go ahead.
The reason why he had 5 laptops, he misunderstood that laptops did not mean laptops. It wasn't chicks.
Yeah.
It was technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he misplaced 5 laptops, because he goes, where are the chicks? Where's the hookers? Where's the crack?
Yeah,
the only crack I see here is between the keys.
Exactly.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, can't snort that all.
Yeah, you can't snort the keys. Oh wait, yes you can.
Yes, you can. Oh, let me see. William McKee's, a word to the unvaccinated. They did what other could not. And he posted this. All right, let's listen to this.
Welcome back to Wake Up Canada News. I'm Brad Wilder. As we continue to wait and hope that more and more people wake up every single day, some that took the bait are now starting to realize that we, the COVID unvaccinated, weren't all wrong. This is that message to you, the unvaccinated. Even if I were pollinated and fully vaccinated, I would admire the unvaccinated for withstanding the greatest pressure I've ever seen. From partners, parents, children, friends, colleagues, and even doctors. People who are capable of such personality, courage, and critical ability are undoubtedly the best part of humanity. They are everywhere, in all ages, levels of education, states, and ideas. They are of a special kind. They are the soldiers that every army of light wants to have in its ranks. They are the parent that every child wants to have, and the children that every parent dreams of having. They are beings above the average of their societies. They are the essence of the people who have, built all cultures and conquered horizons. They are there, next to you. They look normal, but they are superheroes. They did what others could not. They were the tree that withstood the hurricane of insults, discrimination, and social exclusion. And they did it because they thought they were alone. And they believed that, they were the only ones. Banned from their families' tables at Christmas, they never saw anything so cruel. They lost their jobs, let their careers sink, had no more money, but they didn't care. They suffered immeasurable discrimination, denunciation, betrayal, and humiliation, but they kept on going. Never before in humanity has there been such a casting. Now, we all know who are the best on the planet Earth. Men, women, young, old, rich, poor, of all races or religions, the unvaccinated, the chosen of the invisible ark, the only ones who managed to resist when everything collapsed. That's you. You passed an unimaginable test that many of the toughest Marines, commandos, Green Berets, astronauts, and even geniuses could not withstand. You are made of the stuff of the greatest who ever lived. Those heroes born among ordinary men who glow in the dark. Remember, you're the voice, and it's time to make it count. I'm Brad Wilder. Thanks for watching. This is Wake Up Canada News.
All right.
Wait, Wake Up Canada News?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I was ready to listen to this guy
Fall asleep.
until he said he's Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He said he was Canadian at the very beginning.
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
It sounded like gibberish.
Okay. Pregalo, 81% of the population took the COVID vaccine. That means there are only 90% of people who are able to think on their own.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Todd's Ponce. In 2016, Jerry Lewis gave one of the best interviews ever where he had absolutely zero patience. All right.
Have you ever thought about retiring?
Why?
Was there never a moment that you thought it might be time to retire, or you would want?
Why?
You come from a generation a little older, and I think of Bob Hope, George Burns, Sinatra, people.
Still, the answer to the man's question.
Why? That's great.
You knew many of whom didn't want to or never retired either. Do you see similarities with them?
None.
None?
I'm more funny than 95% of the people who said they're funny, and I'm still sitting down and they're standing up. So who's better?
That's great.
You've been coming to Vegas for so working with Dean Martin, was that your favorite?
Yep.
Part of your career?
Yep.
You're asking same questions that everybody asks me. Do you have something new, or you're going to tell me the same bullshit I've been hearing for the last 50 years?
Yeah, you can get that information from other recordings.
And what made that partnership work for you? Like, what was?
I'll show you some material, you'll know.
Are you also? I think I read that you're also still writing some screenplays or doing work.
Right.
I'm doing a screenplays.
Even I would get tired of this guy, man. What a fucking waste of energy.
You know, this guy has limited time. Stop using his energy. At least you can be funny.
Is that right?
Yep.
Is it?
You know, I love he's in the point. Yep.
Easier now to write a screenplay?
Nope, just as hard.
Just as hard.
Yeah.
And how about you take some time each day to write, or how do you do it in a dictaphone? How do you do?
Pause. This is bullshit. Okay, let's just skip this. It's like the guy's asking Jerry Lewis, so you like drinking water? Yep. Yeah. So the water's refreshing?
Yeah.
Yep. Is there anything you'd like to say to water before we move on to the next question? No.
Is there anything that you want to do? Yep. What is it that you want to do? Go away.
Yeah. End this interview. Go away.
Yeah. He said when they asked me they were going to interview me, I thought there was going to be real questions. Eric, socialist former Representative Cori Bush just lost her congressional campaign in a Democrat primary after trying to retake her seat. Wesley Bell wins. Bush made her entire campaign about attacking ICE, Israel, and socialism. She got demolished.
Cool.
So, oh no, look, all the stupid people are slowly getting primaried out of their seats.
Well, they thought they were invincible.
Why would they think they're invincible? Oh, because their voter roll would just, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Give me enough votes.
Yep.
All right. And that's it for tonight. Yes, there you go. Let's check over here. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another show. Thank you to Lurks and Bots. Thank you to chat. George, what's your final thoughts, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to do the whole Jerry Lewis bit, aren't you?
Yep. Hey, I've been doing that for all this time.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for over 1,000 episodes.
Exactly. All right. We'll Dean Martin ourselves out of here.
All right, fine.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe